Hi guys, today we are going to work on the meat and potatoes of our responses. We have our topic, which in my case was space. It's my favorite subject in school when I was in 5th grade. Now I'm going to take those 3 ideas that I had, those 3 reasons why I love that subject, and I'm going to change those into complete sentences. And I need to write an explanation sentence to go along with it. So let's go back up and remind ourselves, what were the 3 things that you highlighted yesterday? So I highlighted planets. I highlighted looking at the stars and seeing the Milky Way when I went camping, and the planetarium. Now, in this particular case, it doesn't matter which of these I choose first. Sometimes you need to be careful when you're writing that you are putting things in order, especially if you're writing about a particular day. This is what happened first, then this is what happened second, this is what happened third. So that time order, that chronological time, can make a difference. But in this case, I'm just giving my 3 reasons why space was my favorite subject in school. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with planets and write about that. So learning about the planets in 5th grade was one of the best parts of school. Now I'm going to say why. I made a diorama on the solar system and showed all of the planets. Okay, so I gave an explanation that I created a diorama, which is a type of model showing the different planets inside the solar system, and that was memorable and fun for me. Alright, so now I'm going to go up and I'm going to look at my detail 2. Once again, I could pick these in any order, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the looking at stars at night and being able to see that Milky Way. So detail 2, I remember my dad took me camping and we saw the Milky Way in the night sky. So in science, we saw pictures of what the Milky Way looks like, or if you haven't seen them yet, you will see them when we talk about the brightness of stars and the brightness of light pollution. Down here, once again in Sacramento, we can't see the Milky Way because we have so much light pollution. But if you go up in the mountains a little ways, you can see a lot more stars and something called the Milky Way, which is our galaxy. And why we call it the Milky Way is because, well, it looks like somebody spilled milk down it because there's so many stars. So now I'm going to give an explanation of why that was so cool. Once again, I grew up in Rancho Cordova, so, you know, when I grew up, I saw the same night sky as you guys. There's not a lot of stars up there. There's a few, you know, but I never saw the Milky Way before. So I had never seen so many stars in my whole life. It was an amazing sight. Okay, I added 2 sentences there. That's up to you. If you'd like to add a little bit more, you can. So I have my next detail, which is, what did I see? Well, I went camping. I saw the Milky Way in the night sky when I was in 5th grade, and I had never seen so many stars in my whole life. It was an amazing sight. Okay, now let's go to my 3rd detail. The reason why I love stars and space was a trip to the planetarium. My favorite 5th grade field trip was to the planetarium in It was to the planetarium. I'll just keep it very simple. Okay, so once again, I'm focusing on what I did at school and what I see about stars, what made me love them. So my favorite field trip was to the planetarium. We listened to stories about how the constellations, I can't spell today, were named, and got to see the night sky. So there we go. So now I have my body of my paragraph is done. I have my first detail that I learned about the planets in 5th grade. And that, why was that cool? Well, because I made a diorama. That my dad took me camping and we saw the Milky Way in the night sky. Why was that cool? Because I had never seen so many stars in my whole life. It was an amazing sight. In 5th grade, I went to the planetarium. Why was that cool? Because we got to hear stories about how the constellations were named and got to see the night sky. And that is it. So when you are done with this particular page, you're going to move on to the next one tomorrow. All right. See you later. Bye.